to Boxing Day. We've had the most beautiful weather over Christmas Day and Boxing Day. We've been so lucky. It's 12:30 on Boxing Day and I'm heading out for a ride because I do not want to miss this amazing weather. We have had so much rain over the past few weeks and it's actually stopped for about 4 or 5 days, I think. So it's a great opportunity to get out and have a good ride because the ground's not so slippery. So I'm going to get out and have a ride today, which would be nice, and then home to relax. It's quite a good feeling to know that my calendar is not packed with things to do. It's been absolutely hectic the last 3-4 weeks, just going out, which is really nice. Loads and loads of things on. Work has been super busy, and I've worked all the way up to Christmas Eve, so it gives you no time to prepare, especially when you're hosting Christmas Day. So yeah, I just had to be very organised, and touch wood, I have made it this far without a cold or flu. And I've been around a lot of people that have had colds and flus, so you might have seen me post a little bits about the vitamins that I take. I take the Wild Nutrition Women's Multivitamin, and I take olive leaf extract every day. I've been telling a couple of friends about olive leaf extract. So it's antiviral and it will help protect your body against colds and flus, but also equally, if you start to come down with one, it will speed up the healing process, or it will possibly fight it off and you won't actually come down with it. So yeah, that's my go-to at the moment, and I'm just hanging on for the olive leaf extract with dear life, hoping that I don't get ill, but I think I'm past the worst of it. So anyway, also you might have seen me post about the ℬℴ𝓍𝒾𝓃 Super Elixir, and that's an Australian company founded by ℬℴ𝓍𝒾𝓃 and her nutritionist, and I've actually been taking that for, I would say, probably nearly 10 years. That's like a greens powder, but it's a very high quality greens powder with pre and probiotics in it as well for your stomach. So a combination of that, I think I am ticking along quite well, surviving, so that's good. I just want to post this YouTube video because I've not posted one for really quite a long time. I think it's been a couple of months since I posted one. So I just wanted to post something just to wish everyone a Merry Christmas. Hope that everybody's had a relaxing and lovely Christmas, whatever you might be doing, whether you've just had a quiet Christmas with just a couple of your family members, or it's a big crazy Christmas with lots of people. I just hope that everybody's had a nice time. Christmas is also a very difficult time for a lot of people, so I think it's really important to remember that it can be a really tough time for people to get through, whether they've lost family members or they're not with their family. I obviously live on the other side of the world from all of my family. My family are in, well, I've got family in Hong Kong, Australia and New Zealand, so we're all scattered around. My 3 brothers and then all of the rest of my family are in New Zealand, so I wouldn't say we have a tough time at Christmas, but it's a time that we all wish that we were all together. But I guess we've chosen this life, we can only do our best to try and just keep in touch with each other, which we do. But yeah, so it can be a reminder for some people of people that they love and they've lost, or they've lost recently. I think we all just have to look after each other at Christmas and try and spread some happiness. So now my calendar's looking a little bit less chaotic. I've got big plans coming out for the end of January, which is very exciting. So I'm actually going to start preparing for a big trip I've got booked. I am heading home to New Zealand, which is very exciting, and I've got a stop off on the way, and I'll be flying from London to San Francisco to go and spend a couple of days there. I've never actually been to San Francisco, and I've already booked tickets to go over to Alcatraz prison, which is now actually open for tourists to go and have a look at. So I've had a bit of a search on YouTube and found out all the information and where to get your tickets from, what to do, what not to do, best time to go. I think considering it's winter in San Francisco, it shouldn't be overly busy, but there were a couple of videos that warned about getting the tickets early so you don't miss out, because even sometimes the trips over there that you go by boat can be booked up for a month, if not longer. So I've got my tickets booked, which is great, so I know I'll be able to get over there and go and have a look. I'm going to be videoing a few bits of it, so if anyone's interested in having a look, I am going to be uploading as much as I can from my trip onto YouTube. The reason that I do, and I have started uploading a lot of things onto YouTube, is, as I've mentioned before, my family are scattered all over the world, and my nephews and nieces, who are very young, well, they're old enough to be watching YouTube. It's really nice for them to see what I'm doing, and if I can share any fun stories, and just stories with Toby and out riding and out on the dog walks and things, so they can sit and watch it. It's quite nice. So yeah, I'm documenting as much as I can for the trip, and I'll be uploading it onto YouTube. Anybody's welcome to watch. And it's also sort of like an online diary for me to look back on and just have memories for myself to look at of things that I did, because I do tend to take a lot of photos and videos and they get lost in your phone and then they get forgotten about. So for me, it's just a way of logging my life. It's my open diary of my life to the world. Then flying from San Francisco over to Auckland in New Zealand, and that's where I'm from originally. So I was born there and I grew up there and left when I was 21. So it's been a long time since I've lived there, and I don't get back often. I've had family come over and visit, but I don't get back there often, and I say every year it should be a trip that I do every year, but it's always so difficult with working full-time and having annual leave. You only get so much annual leave with a job that you can take. So I'll be taking just under a month off work to do the trip. I've got 2 days in San Francisco, then I'm out in New Zealand, and then heading home. We normally stop in Hong Kong, which is where my oldest brother lives, and his wife and his family. So we would normally go through Hong Kong, but we've actually decided on this trip, and it is down to the availability of flights that were on offer, that we go back through Los Angeles, and then we've just got a couple of days there. I will catch up with my brother in the spring or the summer when he's over in Europe, but on this trip we are going through Los Angeles, not Hong Kong. We've done quite a lot of travelling around Hong Kong, we've seen quite a lot of it, but in saying that, I've been to LA 4 times and I've seen a lot of LA. There's probably not much left of LA that I haven't been to, apart from the Viper Room, which, if anyone knows what the Viper Room is, on Sunset Strip, it's a very famous nightclub. And the last time I was there staying in West Hollywood, it was still open. I don't know if it's still open, it might be, but that is a place that I would love to go to. I would probably say it's a bit more of the nightlife in LA that I would like to see. My other bucket list thing to do in Los Angeles, and it always has been, and I've driven past the Beverly Hills Hotel but I've not been into the Beverly Hills Hotel, so I'd like to go in and have lunch in the Polo Lounge, which is one of their restaurants. But I've read up a lot about the history of the Beverly Hills Hotel right back to when it was on farmland, and there's some really interesting history with people that have stayed there and stories about very famous people that have, like Marilyn Monroe, Frank Sinatra, and they've stayed in the hotel and some of the private villas for months and months and months on end. So if you sort of dive deep into the history of it, it's got quite an amazing history. It's quite an iconic place. A lot of the rooms are still original, so they look sort of almost like 1970s styling, and I love anything retro. So yeah, it's on my bucket list. So to go and have lunch at the Polo Lounge at the Beverly Hills Hotel. So we'll see. I'm sure you'll all find out. That's the trip back. Los Angeles, probably staying around the Beverly Hills area. I've sort of shopped along Rodeo Drive and things, so I am familiar with the main part of that area. But there is a restaurant there that I wouldn't mind going to, and then having lunch at the Beverly Hills Hotel. And then obviously out in New Zealand I've got just over 2 weeks, so it's going to be extremely busy. I've got a lot of people that I need to see and catch up with. I've got aunties, uncles, cousins, and then obviously I'm staying with my family. I'm going to spend a couple of days at my mum's house and in Auckland, and sort of get over the jet lag, have a catch up with my mum and her other half, and then I think just head straight down to my dad's and go and see my dad. I haven't seen my dad for a long time, so it is important to me to get down there and go and spend some really quality time with him. However, it never seems long enough when you've not seen someone for such a long time and you spend a few days and that's all you've got. So it's difficult. But there we go. The sun will be shining. It's going to be summertime when I get there, and they are currently, Australia and New Zealand are having an extremely hot December already. I know family in Australia are saying it's been up in the 40s in some parts of Australia, and New Zealand, my mum has got a thermometer out on her decking around the house, and it's gone up over 35 degrees, and that was a couple of weeks ago. So it's very early to be that warm. Normally you kind of hit like the 30s plus when it's sort of January onwards. So I've asked them all to save me some weather, because my dad, who is in Napier in the North Island of New Zealand, he said they're desperate for some rain. So I've just said to him, that's fine, just make sure you get the rain out of the way before I arrive on the week that I'm there, because I don't want humidity and rain. But we'll see what it's like. So again, I hope you all had a really nice Christmas and a lovely Boxing Day. So I'm just giving Toby just a bit of a flick down today. He's not having a full groom because where we're riding to, it's going to be quite muddy. Picked his feet out, checked him over, and I'm literally just going to flick him over with the brush before I put the saddle on, and then I'll do a proper brush of his legs when we get back. That's where we would normally go, down there, but sadly today we're keeping away from the dirt bikes racing in the woods. So we've taken a different route today. We've kept away from the woods, only because it's absolutely full of people riding motocross bikes, which they're not supposed to be. So yeah, poor dog walkers in there, anybody that's on a horse. It's a bit of a danger zone, so I'm definitely not going to take Toby in there. It's a risk to him and myself being injured, so we're just doing some road work today, hacking around some of these beautiful country roads, which is just so nice to get them out. And the weather, Christmas Day and today, Boxing Day, has been absolutely stunning. There was a frost this morning, but other than that, it's beautiful blue skies, and it's actually quite warm when you're in the sun. So we're going to head back and do a few jobs and pop them back out in the field. I hope you've all had a lovely Christmas, and I've got a slightly lively horse underneath me today, which is quite nice. So he's having a really nice Boxing Day hack. It's been nice to get him out, even if it was a short ride. But as you can see, we've got blue skies, sun's out, and it's absolutely glorious. Definitely looking forward to trying to do a few more videos with Toby in the new year. I've got lots and lots planned. I think we'll leave the video there, and wishing you a happy Christmas and New Year.